Hi, it's Nicole McGuirk with April's Scrapbook Stamping. This month's class lesson is on stamped journaling. And you can see here I have a couple little journaling spots stamped and then I printed with my printer. This is a sketch I created based on my layout. You can use it or not to participate in the challenge over at 2 Peas in a Bucket. So first I'm going to go over the supplies that I am using for this page, and I had my photos there. There's a couple of photos. That yellow stripe paper is from Echo Park, and it's just a scrap of paper I had that I pulled out to use with this page. This is a cute little yellow tone-on-tone paper from My Little Shoebox. I really enjoy the tone-on-tone papers. Usually these are the B-sides of the paper. This is from Echo Park as well, from their Little Girl collection. And I'm going to use that orange with the little tiny pink hearts on it. Then this is a pink solid with a brighter pink on one side and a lighter pink on the other, and it's from Echo Park's Springtime collection. This stripe is from the Echo Park Little Girl collection. So you can see I'm really mix and matching collections and different manufacturers' paper. This is a pink on pink dot paper from My Little Shoebox, and then I have some white cardstock and some smooth white cardstock to stamp my journaling spots on. Then these are some punch outs from My Little Shoebox. And I'm going to use a couple of borders from a couple of the collections. This pink border and then that orange one on the first sheet that I showed there. So those are the papers that I have pulled out to begin my layout. Now I thought I might use this Friends Our Lifetime Treasures stamp from Hero Arts, but I ended up not using it for my title and went with a die cut title instead. But I am going to use these really cute little circle stamps from Hero Arts. And then I'm going to use these journaling stamps from Technique Tuesday. These are some of Allie Edwards' stamps, and these are brand new, some from her 2011 release. I thought I might use this stamp as well, and I ended up not using that one. But I am going to use several of these stamps from this Hero Arts Friends stamp collection. You can see it a little bit better here on that white cardstock. It has lots of great phrases and things. And then I'm going to use this stamp set from My Mind's Eye, and I use a lot of label stickers and things like that, and I think it'll be really fun to make my own labels using those stamps. Great for stamping dates or writing names or just little bits of information for your pages. And then these are the inks I picked out to use, and I chose these based on how well they match the papers I picked for this layout. And I have a couple from Stampin' Up and then 3 from Jenny Bolin. And here is a look at all of the colors that I picked stamped out on this little scrap of paper. To get started, I am going to stamp one of the Allie Edwards journaling stamps on this die cut notebook page. And this is a die cut that I cut using my Silhouette, and I stamped the journaling using the Kiwi Kiss ink right on there to create my own little journaling spot for my layout. Next, I'm going to take this Friends stamp from Hero Arts, and I'm going to ink it up with the Chicken Feed Jenny Bolin stamp. And this is a really great color of orange ink. It's my favorite orange ink right now. I really like it. So there you can see the journaling spot. It's kind of coming to life. I like adding lots of color to them. I think they're more fun. And plus, I'm going to be adding my journaling in black, so it will really pop against this colorful journaling spot. Next, I'm going to take another die cut. I cut 2 of them here, and I'm going to ink up another one of the Allie Edwards stamps using the Melon Mambo Stampin' Up ink. It's a really bright pink ink, and there is what that one looks like. And again, I'm going to grab another one of the clear stamps from the Hero Arts Friends stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it at the top of the other journaling spot. There's a nice little area up there, perfect for adding a little phrase or title. So in this instance, I'm going to use a phrase, and I stamped it with the chicken feed ink as well. So there I have my 2 journaling spots all stamped. I went ahead and added my journaling using my printer, my computer and my printer. You could also handwrite that. It would probably be easier. And then I'm going to take another stamp. I left a little space there at the bottom of the bigger journaling spot to add a phrase. And that just finishes off the journaling for this journaling spot. It's fun to add little phrases or word stamps to add emphasis to your journaling. There's just tons of different ways to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my embellishments for my page. I'm going to use the Hero Arts. I think this is the Mixed Dots, I think is the name of that stamp set. The correct name will be in the supply list for the class. And I'm just going to stamp a whole bunch of these circles. There's these cute hearts. I'm going to use the polka dot, which is a really fun polka dot. And I'm using all the colors of ink that I have out here. So I have the Melon Mambo in the dark pink, the chicken feed in the orange. The lighter pink is the bubble gum. I think it's chewed bubble gum or something like that from Jenny Bolin. The yellow is Lemon Drop, and then the green is the Kiwi Kiss from Stampin' Up. So really nice, bright, fun, springish, summerish type colors. And then I'm simply punching those out with a 1-inch circle punch. The hearts are a tiny bit smaller than the punched shape, but it gives them a nice white border around the stamped image. I wanted them all to be a 1-inch punched shape just for consistency. And I'm going to need a few more stamped circles, so I'm going to go ahead and finish stamping out a few of these. Just cleaning it off with a baby wipe in between each stamping. I'm also using this really cute kind of distressed plaid looking circle stamp. Stamp a few of those and punch those all out. This is a really fun way to create quick and easy embellishments for your page. And I love that these circles are really versatile. You could stamp these and use these in so many ways. You could make really cool backgrounds and all kinds of things. Now that I have most of my stamping complete, I'm ready to put together my page. And I've already put together the background, and I adhered my die cut title to the bottom of my photo strip. And I just die cut that using a couple different colors of pattern paper and some black cardstock. And that is a shape from the Silhouette store. I'm going to adhere some of the other paper. And then these are those punched borders from my little shoebox rather. And then this thin strip of striped paper that I trimmed from a full sheet. And I chose that pattern paper strip because I'm using some green ink in my stamping on the page. I wanted there to be some green somewhere to kind of help tie it all together. And you see there's just a tiny little bit of green in that piece of paper. So it kind of helps tie into my stamped pieces. Just figure out where to put my journaling spots, see how they look the best on the page before I adhere anything permanently. And I'm just using my paper piercer to remove some of those little die cut pieces there at the top of the journaling spots that didn't come out when I pulled it off of the cutting mat. And then I'll adhere those in place and go ahead and add my borders right on top. The borders kind of help to separate all the different pieces of the page, and they help the photos stand out, they help the journaling stand out from the photos, and help divide the embellishments here when I add those as well. Once I have that striped piece of paper in place, I'm just kind of trimming the ends at an angle, and then I'll staple them to secure them. I'm going to grab my stamped and punched circles now, and I'm just going to kind of lay them out and see how I like them best before I start adhering them to the page. Once I kind of have them where I like them, I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive, and then I'll embellish them as soon as I have them all adhered the way I like them. And I did end up stamping a few more circles that I'm actually going to use, and I thought it would be cute to add one of them with the little heart in the center to the center of my title. So I'll show that here in a second. Now I'm going to stamp one of those My Mind's Eye label stamps on this punched piece. I thought I would use this punched shape, but I do end up cutting off the ends there. And I stamped another Hero Arts little saying in the center. It would also be cute to stamp a date or something. I already added the date to the other journaling spot, so I added a little phrase here. And then I'm just simply going to tuck that underneath one of the borders. I'm going to staple this little die-cut punch-out from a Jelly Bean Soup collection to one of my stamped circles. And I'll staple another one here. I like to staple my butterflies in place. It secures the center of the body, and then you can use some foam adhesive underneath the wings to pop them up so that they don't flatten out when you put them in your scrapbook albums. Just going to secure those ends of the staple there. Pop up the wings and place some foam adhesive underneath. And the page is really coming together. I'm just going to add a few additional embellishments to finish it off. I'm going to take a couple of little stickers from a Jelly Bean Soup sticker sheet and adhere them to my page. I thought I'd put it in the center of that heart there, but I ended up moving it over to that yellow stamped circle. And then I have a couple of little word or phrase stickers that I'm going to use too. These are also from the Jelly Bean Soup collection. And I decided I was going to move that one heart sticker and move my phrase there to the other side of the butterfly. Added another butterfly and phrase below the title. And then I added a brad to that stamped heart up top and another one to this stamped heart and added some foam adhesive under it and added it to my title. I'm going to wrap just a little bit of baker's twine. This is some pink and white baker's twine around the top of this journaling spot and tie it in a bow. And once I had it all on there and trimmed the ends, I decided I really wanted the bow on the other side. Thought it would just look a little bit better so it wasn't in the way of the journaling as much. So I just kind of scooted it over really carefully. And then I'm going to secure that bow with a glue dot and add a couple of glue dots underneath the journaling spot as well, just to make sure and hold that baker's twine and the journaling spot in place. Finally, I'm going to add a couple of Tim Holtz paper clips to both of the journaling spots, and the page is finished. For more information on this layout and the monthly scrapbook stamping class, please visit twopeasinabucket.com on April 1st, 2011. Thanks for watching.